For an in-depth look at stories, struggling readers must begin at the pre-primer level and progress to the independent level. In Great Leaps, the elementary, middle, high school, and adult programs offer stories beginning at pre-primer that are written to appeal to the interest of each age group.
So the stories, their point of view, remember, they're written for the kids, not you. I'm convinced half the materials I read out there have been written for textbook committees.
Ken Campbell's stories are different than any stories they've read before. They are stories kids can relate to.
Lots of them are poems because poetry helps the flow, helps the children to learn to rhyme, and the flow and comprehension comes with that.
There's stories in there like Digging a Hole to China. He writes another story about a middle school band, and where one of the members of the band had a drug problem. He talks about his family, or talks about families of kids who step on jellyfish, and dogs that take meat off a hot campfire and run through the woods with it.
Hoppin' John.
Just a minute, I'm not ready. You're ahead of me. Okay, let's go together. Okay, go.
Hoppin' John, he jumps all day like a kangaroo. He can jump higher than me, than you. He cannot think of anything better to do than hop, 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 go Hoppin' John. He got rabbits in his feet. His mama said when she caught her boys jumping on the bed, jump any higher, you crack your head.
I used to read easy books, but right now I can read hard book.
The kids love the stories. Sometimes they'll come across a subject that they're not familiar with and they want to know more about it. There's a story about a fortress in here that one of the kids was like, oh, you know, what's that? And they kind of took it upon himself to go and do a little bit of research based upon something that was in one of the stories.
The story must come to life on its own, then find a place for it. Story comes first, art comes first, then it can find its place into a book. I think we're working too hard to make stories fit rules. Stories don't fit rules, they have lives of their own. Hopefully the funny poems, they're all around, you just try to catch them. In fact, I smell a school cafeteria.
My favorite time is during the late afternoon. I like it just being, I like just being, oh, I like
Whoa. Okay. Take a deep breath. Yeah. All right, let's go. Try again.
My favorite time is during the late afternoon. I like it just before the sun goes down. There is a refreshing cool with the change of light.
What I'm looking for is that first page where a mistake or two begins to arise. That's the place I'll begin with. And if they get a goal in a day or two, well, I know how to skip a page later. But in no time, they'll be right on the page they need to be working on. It won't be too hard, it won't be too easy. If you start a kid too hard, you know you're going to have to back up, and that's a tough message for them. Out comes the old I can'ts, I'm no good, you know, this is horrible, and we don't want to do that with them. We want it to be all successes, all wins.
Finding success with Great Leaps not only rewards the student, but also the volunteer tutor, such as Ed Fraley, a retired airline employee.
Get ready, get set, go.
Making the team. I go to Gerald Ford Middle School and am in the 8th grade. I want to go out for the high school's football team. To make the team, I'll make the grades. I also need to behave. I do not want the dean of boys voting against me.
Good job, you made it. Okay, we great leap that one.
It gives them the foundation for the future of their life. Really, I think, is reading is so important in that area.